I know that I'm probably going to have a bit of a... Oh, this is still too loud. How's that? Alright. I know I'm still going to have a bit of a light stream today because so many people are streaming. But I wanted to show off, look what I did. Mm. And then up top where that, you can't even see it, is going to be latest followers and stuff like that whenever I get to that. Alright, so. No. We want to load game 1. Yes. Look at that. Paul. Yes, I did. Alright, so yesterday we ended with the coolest dude. And I actually meant to have this pulled up. Because I wanted to, correctly credit who these people are. And it is so freaking awesome! Alright, so Tim Fallon is the guy that wrote it. And he is not Ryan. So that's my bad. Tim Fallon is the guy that wrote and directed the game. So that's freaking awesome. And this needs to move over here because I'm doing display capture because it didn't work for some reason. That is weird. Oh well, whatever. Oh well, we'll give it a few minutes. I need to find a good place to put my tea. That's what I need to do. What do you... Who thinks they have a good spot for my tea? Oh, and I made my tea slightly too sweet. We'll just put you right there. So that way, whenever Kylan jumps over here again, she can just land right in it. Alright. Well, before we go back and talk to Paul again, let us go here.
So the kitchen must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
I have every reason to believe that it is. Of course, now I'm getting a bajillion notices. Oh no! Xmas is playing too? Aw, man! I want to see her stream. Oh well. So let's see, we're looking for alcohol. We see some church cupboard stuff.
Interesting. Well, there's a TV right there with a DVD player. I don't think anyone will mind if I have a quick look at this.
Do not move. That's not suspicious at all. Such high-techness. God, this is so loud.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues. Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues. These are sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages, with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from achieving the same success, happiness, and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society. I'm going to show you that common morality is nothing more than the cynical creation of an elite desperate to stay in power. An elite hell-bent on preventing you from reaching your full potential by making you feel guilty for pursuing success. But the good news is that you can take back control. You can become the success you deserve to be. Atlas will give you a unique and powerful advantage. Life in all its technicolor
all that's
glory
blocking
can be
your
yours.
future is your past.
All that you have to do is to stay, embrace it, enjoy it.
How many cameras did he have in there?
Ambition. Welcome to Atlas.
How I learned to love the bomb. Well, that was a thing. Very, very definitely a thing. Nope. Yep. Okay. That was apparently a lady's jacket. Why? Why would you film yourself? Well, why would you film pickpocketing? Those are the only two wallets I could find. Everybody carries a purse.
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
Can I choose a different DVD from the pile there? Do I have to? No, I can only choose the Atlas one. It looks like. All right. Well, I know that if I go in there, I am going to get roped into a thing. Oh, let's go ahead and get roped into the thing because, you know, I'm just going to be coming back here in 20 minutes anyway. So, before I go in there, for people who missed yesterday's beginning, Contradiction, Spot the Liar, is a British full movie video game. It was made on a Kickstarter budget of something like 4,000 to 14,000, I think. I don't care enough to get that fact right, even though I should. Produced music, all cinematography, editing, all by Tim Fallon. Yeah, I should actually just look up the boop. Its budget was 7,500 euro. That's insane! Or pounds. It has that little L thing with the little line in it. I'm never sure which one that is. Alright, let's try the lounge door real quick. It's insane! Less than 8,000 pounds, and he got some pretty awesome people to be in here. I mean, Paul Darrow, who plays Paul Rand, he's, he's known for, apparently, Die Another Day from, James Bond. What else was he in? He was Blake's 7. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's a thing. Toast of London, Law and Order UK, Star Wars: The Old Republic, where he was Overseer Tremmel, the voice of. Anyway, I should play the game. I shouldn't be looking at all of this being like, oh my god, this is awesome, even though it is freaking awesome. Oh no. Now Turbinator's playing. I'm not gonna get any views today. That's alright. What am I doing? I'm clicking on all the wrong buttons. That's the button I want. Alright. Back to this.
Let yourself go. Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah. Well, could you come back later, please?
What's going on here?
Look at those super realistic flames.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
Seriously, this is not a business course. This is like the crap my mom does with the wellness center. This is stuff therapists learn. Alright, so he's busy. Let's go talk to my favorite people. Also, let's get these back on my ears. Someone's going to want that. Yes, indeed. We're just gonna go on a casual little stroll through the woods at 8 o'clock at night with a blue filter on our camera. Oh, those people are still hunting for crawfish or something. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hi, Emma.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Alright. Let's see, what did I get to? Did that. Oh! Old School 9 is now following me. Thank you, Old School 9.
Have you seen this before?
No. Don't think so.
I shouldn't have clicked on anything. Sorry. I just saw that your stream is still going over there. I have it going on my laptop behind me. So I'm sure you can't hear me. But yay! I'm glad you're here. Ah. Who is here anyway? Decaf Smurf, Crystal Caden, and you, Babs. Alright, so she doesn't know anything about this suspicious XXX DVD that says "Do not move" that I found in the kitchen of the Atlas.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think, was something that they did on the course. Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
Nope, she wouldn't know anything about a remote control lock. Alright.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Have you ever seen...
Have you seen this before?
No. No, sorry.
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
A trance?
Trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind, you know.
So you hypnotize yourself?
How?
How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, you know, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing, really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
So there is a really good manga. I believe it's called Dr. Frost. That's all about psychology. It's a Korean manhwa. And it has a really, really good chapter or story arc that deals with auto-hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and just chemically induced hypnosis. And my mom is a hypnotherapist. And while that it is true, you can't get hypnotized if you don't want to be. Subliminal messaging and the sorts of messages that get implanted during hypnosis are incredibly easy to do. That's the basis of advertising. So I can see sort of why that would be mentioned in a business course, but one huge caveat to all of this is once you put yourself in a state of suggestibility, it is incredibly dangerous because you have to have a cutoff. You have to say, this is done. I am no longer in this state of heightened suggestibility. Otherwise, you know, you get that advert on TV that's like, hey, you want a hamburger because hamburgers are delicious. You're like, oh God, I want a hamburger. Hey, you want to buy this set of pens that write underwater upside down on the moon? Oh yeah, I want to get those pens. You are depressed. Oh, I'm depressed. Because, you know, the id and the ego, if you tell the id to not pay attention, it won't. And you have to re-engage it whenever you're doing hypnosis stuff. Alright. Why didn't you mention this before when we looked at these scrying mirrors? Right,
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
let's go back to Emma real quick and ask her about auto-hypnosis.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Self-medication?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I don't think I can get her on any of that. Let's see if this has anything to do over here. Darn. Wait, was that somebody walking around? Bing.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What is...
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry. Ask Ryan.
I will, as soon as he gets done with his class.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them?
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
He can't use his hands, that's what she means. He's like 2 left feet for hands.
Do you know anything about hypnosis used on the Atlas course?
Are you sure you mean hypnosis or the power of persuasion?
What's the difference?
Not a lot. But if you want someone to do something, it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
They are a business
Well,
course.
don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
Alright. Has she ever said anything about Ryan being able to make things? I don't think so. No. Nope. Alright.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Dang. Let's get out of here. Nope. Alright. I'm looking for a place that I can use the key fob on. Oh, I can go behind our house. Well, I could do that before. Oh, hey! A random car. How about that? Not what I was expecting.
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
That's a weird thing to put down in my little detector book.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Oh, there's so many things. Alright.
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
Oh, God.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force...
Oh, really?
to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan? Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional?
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
All right.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Oh. Is there anything else I could possibly get? See, I personally think that would be a contradiction. Oh, I bought this thing, but... I suppose I'm saying is this specific one. Well, I don't think I
Thank
can
you.
ask him anything
Probably
else.
be back later.
It is possible to be damaged by hypnosis, by the way. It's just very unlikely. What haven't I asked them? asked him about the DVD.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
He tries. He does keep wasting money on them, though. I think he believes if he buys the right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix. It's sad, really. I just let him play in his room. As long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
Oh, he's such a little child. Such a little child. Well, I don't see...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Contradiction with that. Simon, Emma, James, and Ryan. Hi guys, I know it's like 9 o'clock at night. I need to bug you.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Oh, there's a
I know he
microscope over
plays.
there.
Because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well.
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that
Which is a
called?
pub.
It was called Blackstone. And
Oh,
this
really?
guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
Aha.
That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Did you?
No, I was away on holiday.
When
Oh,
he
really?
died?
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
She definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem. I'm not sure I believe you, Emma.
I know I don't. I mean, we know that Liam went to Third Eye. I don't know. I'll leave it.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
I don't
Be
think,
back later on, if that's okay.
I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of these guys. What else? James and Ryan. Who's James? Oh, right, James. Well, let's go back over to James's house. honestly, I don't know why he would know about these things.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, hello, fax machine.
Seen this before?
No, what is it?
Is it
Do
porn?
you recognize it?
No. Should I?
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning? What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't mean anything to you.
No. Should it?
No, that's okay. Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah?
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying. Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You can scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, what happens? You go into a trance?
You lose yourself in your unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning.
Then you just
And
fall
you get
asleep.
dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. Like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen. You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror. Sold her one last year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
Well, that's not going to get him anything. I don't see anything to nail him on with that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Thanks for letting me visit you every hour. A couple of times every hour. Alright, little magical bulb. 4 things I haven't asked about Ryan. I asked Paul about the DVD, didn't I? Oh. Just to be sure.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Alright, well.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Had to make sure. Now we're just gonna walk all... Nope. Walk all the way up the street. Such a weird little pond thing there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh no, his hat!
The DVD! That's all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
Wipe your nose. Woo, Daryl! Thanks for the raid. Are you already done for the day? Actually, let me go back down this way. Where is my raid? We'll do this one instead. There. Oh, is that what happened last night too? I wanted to go over here to the farm there. Because it didn't really seem like you played a great deal. Oh.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
I'm sorry. I mean, I left to get myself some dinner, and then I came back, and you were gone. It was done, and we we're watching Terminator. Which, I mean, he's a good guy and everything, but I was looking forward to some honest hearts. So Jenks got mugged just a few seconds ago. The most evil man in the world. We'll talk to him next.
Seen this anywhere before?
Nope.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, hopefully you'll get the money to be able to get that in a couple of months. We can hope. Anyway. Right? Alright. You want to meet the most evil man in the world?
A few more questions, please. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner. Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy.
He's a strange
Work
boy.
experience.
As a cleaner?
Well, we did try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
I know you're lying to me.
Aha. Do you visit Monarch Costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Oh, really?
Did Ryan mention Jason to you, the cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site.
Hence
So,
the don't move on it.
when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back.
By
He
assaulting
isn't
a police
exactly what
officer.
you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you ask, no, I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites. Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
So he played Admiral Tremmel in a Star Wars game.
I see he was quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway? And Liam dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
Suspicious. Alright, so what new things do I have? Paul's theft son. Well, let's go talk to James again. Even though I know that he's not going to have anything to say about some stunt that he had nothing to do with. He just happens to be the
Ask you a
closest
couple
person.
more things, please.
wouldn't know anything about that. Alright, bye.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
How is the sound? Because once again, the game for me is super duper loud. And I just want to make sure that it's loud enough for you guys, but not overpowering. Good. I should be ending, maybe an hour, hour and a half or something. And if you're willing to try again, I'll throw the stream over to you again. Otherwise, I know Xmas of Ego Factor is streaming something or other, and I'm actually really sad because I've been dying to see her new stream setup. And she started just as I started, so...
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Have you seen this before, anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, a costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Not personally, but I think Ryan might have.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
Oh, he just steals money all the time.
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or women dressed as nurses. That's his usual fetish.
When was the last party he threw?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
I just love his smile during that. We're not gonna get anything out of that, I think.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I want to throw a fancy dress party. And then show up at my pajama jams, because screw dressing up. My pajama jams are as dressed up as I feel like getting. Hi, Emma.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know the shop? Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
Oh, really?
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
Weirdo?
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No.
Oh, alright.
Didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you
Go
went
rest
to Third
for
Eye?
a bit.
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, for one thing, they stole from me.
It was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Oh, really? Liam. Wait a second.
Aha.
Yes!
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there.
Because you were being polite.
They all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam said because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
And with good reason. Oh my god, this is so loud. So loud. Did the options... Turned it all the way down, it does absolutely nothing. Oh, that's still horrid. How's that? That's better. Oh my god, that is so loud for me. Now it's too quiet.
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Alright. Nope. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Let's go back to Simon and Emma's house because I need to ask Simon questions.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students?
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
Thank you. probably be back later.
I don't know on that one. So if you're supposed to be doing all this crap so that you free yourself from guilt, then hurting or offending people, I mean, why would you avoid that? You're not supposed to feel guilty if you do offend or hurt people because it's their own damn fault for not being the elite, not getting over it. It's a really lovely area. Makes me wish my nature trail was slightly closer to the house. God, what is that? Oh. How long has this been here?
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Well, before I do that, sir, I'm gonna go run to the place where I know I can use a flashlight. Boop. I don't know why I need to look at pots and pans, though. This is a terrible filing system. Devil worshippers.
Well, well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Oh, well. Rebecca, since you're the closest person, I'll come ask you about this.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. Oh, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
That's all that matters.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Yeah, I don't think I can get her on anything of that. 'Cause, I mean, she is really good about being internally consistent. Can I talk to Paul? Or is he still on the
Just
phone?
a few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Then why did you buy her a necklace?
Aha.
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake. But that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me.
Pigpen, how you
nothing
doing?
happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Oh dear. That is such a funny expression. He tried it on with her. I don't want to think about that. I refuse to think about that. I don't know if it's really a big deal that he knows Emma. Well, we don't have a weed whacker anymore because, well, my stepdad had a heart attack. Well, has had several heart attacks, so he's not allowed to do yard work anymore. But I do remember when we did, it was always breaking. Exactly, and of course the tail end of that is, oh well, they're only $15 to $20. Woo! Thanks for the host, 10K. So now hosting you for up to Nan viewers. That is, does that say that in my regular chat too? That's awesome. It's funny too. Well, thanks for the host and thanks for stopping by, Pigpen. I hope you get the weed whacker whacked. Wackadoodled? I don't know. All right. I know he's lying about this. She said she told him exactly what she was going to say, and he said sure. Didn't encourage her. He said something about students to force students to be hypnotized. Okay, so maybe not. Dang it.
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
You know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
So a lot of people know about this. Alright. You have to teach in an hour. I didn't know you taught. Tutored. Teached. What's you teaching? I'm just gonna slowly click through this. Enjoy the stunt. Ah, cool. Now, I really ought to get back into fighting. Well, I hope you do stream tonight, because I haven't seen your streams in a good bit. I have the house to myself, so I have full reign of the office. Woo! But of course, I'm still using my laptop and whenever I'm around the house. things. That doesn't really fit. Okay. Well, it is Tuesday. I'm gonna... Whispers are disabled. Oh no! That's not what I wanted to click on. I don't know what I just clicked on. Go away. PM me so I can tell you stuff and give you what news I have about Pride, so that way you'll have that news too. And now I need this to go away. Ah, this is way too big now. Did it go away? Good. Well, I'm bummed about it too. I like your streams. And I'm glad you finally caught me too. I know I'm a tricksy person. And not being Yep, that showed up on the wrong window. And yes, he is. I am trying to catch up with him through other media. So that way, hopefully, I'll be able to keep up with folks. Is the things that I'm trying to get in my head while also trying to find the things that don't fit with these things. He said Liam's death was unavoidable, right? When did he say that? When did he say Liam's death was unavoidable? Here we go. No, okay. Well, so this game, for those of you who don't know, Contradiction Spot the Liar, it's entirely video. And I am investigating the death of Kate Vine. This lovely lady. And I'm closing in on the killer. What am I at? I'm halfway there. And I don't know who I should be talking. Who knows the most about devil worship? Oh dear. I need to talk to Simon, Emma, James, and Ryan. Okay. Well, let's quickly head over to James's house. I'm sure he knows about devil worship.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Let's see. He wouldn't know about that. He wouldn't know about that.
Know anything about these?
Nope.
Well, that was easy.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Alright. A bajillion things going on in my Discord now. What is with all this? Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Just go away, go away. Let's talk to Rebecca. Talk to her. Let's go over here. Let's talk to my favorite little liar, Emma.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Alright, Emma.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Fine. Let's talk to
Be
Simon.
back later on, if that's okay.
I'm not getting a lot of mileage out of this vandalized car.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Well, that was not useful.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
So that means, hopefully, I can talk to the big boy. Or the boy who thinks he's a big boy. The millionaire of Eddington. Yes, it worked!
A few more questions, please.
Oh, I have so many questions for you. Let's see. Start over here.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old
Yes, full
personality and
conversation.
finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They
Oh,
represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector.
Destroy all the
We're all
past.
shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
I think...
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Well, since I'm a police inspector and my job is to inspect the past... Ugh. Although that's all true. You know. God, when was the last time I talked to you?
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
No. What would you like to know?
Do you
What is
use
it?
it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Except you just said it did. Damn. But this is auto-hypnosis. Ugh. Well, it's auto-suggestibility, just not quite the
I
same
didn't
thing.
realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
Doesn't time
What band was
fly?
that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you
What?
still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Yeah, right. I don't believe you. Have you seen?
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can
Oh,
do for
dear.
you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
his expression was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my god. Into a stage party. Oh dear.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No.
No.
Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Okay, that didn't get me
Do
anything.
you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right. Thank you.
How convenient. No. For a symbol that's not used on the course, it's mentioned quite a lot. Well, I thought I would try anyway. Is that everything I can get?
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Any leftovers of this dull burning? Nope, they cleaned up quite nicely. Then, what have we here? Did he put the DVD back? Nope. Okay, now we're gonna walk through the woods in the middle of the night. This seems like a brilliant idea, doesn't it? Okay, no, there's nothing over there. Oh.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you. I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil
Oh, really?
worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Demons. Demons. Everywhere.
Where
Demons.
could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her.
Body dysphagia.
I'm not me anymore.
Or type of body dysphagia. Ditch those ghosts.
I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll just lock up. Nothing to say, Jinxie? Let's go talk to James real quick, I guess.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
As our other person.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
Have you met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa. Lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. She was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she was more extreme. That's all madness is, being blind to yourself.
Well then.
Thank
Alright.
you. Probably be back later.
I see nothing to get him on any of that. Can I talk to you again for some reason?
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon.
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course.
Fun fact,
You
Satanism
honestly
and
can't.
devil worship are not the same
We're
thing.
a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming.
Cheese
Anything
making
else
is
you want to
awesome.
know that I'm not interested in?
That's
Yes.
fine, thanks.
All the things. For a company that is not interested in the occult, you sure do have a lot of occult symbologies. But of course, the flip side of that is that these symbols are, ancient. So they must be part of the collective unconsciousness, and therefore nope, okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't remember what I was saying, or where I was going with whatever it was I was saying. Hi, I'm here to interrupt your business again. I hope you don't have very
A
many
few more
customers.
questions, if you don't mind. Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about.
Well, that would be a secret.
Why,
then.
he's been talking.
Who's
Just
been
a random
talking?
inquiry. Okay, thanks.
What kind of a response is that? Oh goodness. Except this stuff is all occult. I'm sorry, that is a direct contradiction right there. That...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Apparently that's not a contradiction. Alright. Hi, Emma. Hi, Simon.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
This is such a weird question to ask people. Have you ever heard about devil worship?
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
Well, that was easy.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
They wouldn't know the first thing about devil worship, even though I specifically studied devil worship when I was a teenager. Didn't everyone? Oh, I mean that's not a normal thing for teenagers to study?
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Inspector?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blind?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blind, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
That part's true.
Aha.
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This.
You're never gonna finish that shot of whiskey.
We ask students to fill in an aptitude test. Medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing. Any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Well, touch wood so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
I don't think I can get anything else out of that. I kind of want to end it here because,
Thank you. Probably be back later.
if I recall correctly, the aptitude test brings me to some very interesting stuff that leads into a good deal of conversation that I believe will take more than 30 minutes. But I don't really want to end early. I was actually thinking I might play longer today. And I know I'm just letting these guys talk, but it is so interesting. It is so interesting. Just poke our head through here real quick. Because I know that there are some events that will take place if we are present. Is that drunk guy back again? Nope. Alright. Can I look at the aptitude test? There's no use for the Atlas aptitude test.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Have you ever seen...
Have you seen one of these before?
Poor little notebook thing.
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something similar in on the first night at Atlas. One of those aptitude tests. No, fitness and stuff like that.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Did you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. But they didn't actually ask for any proof, so you could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting.
Well,
Be
that's
back
that.
later on, if that's okay.
Have you seen this before? No. Oh, okay. Bye. So as a person who's actually conducted interviews, this is not how you go about it. I mean, it's a great way to start, but...
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about this?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas? What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
She's so good. And I know she's lying, but her lies are so internally consistent.
Ask about a few more things, please.
I know it's 9 o'clock at night, but you know...
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test, exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems.
Like depression and being
in
drunken?
the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course
My face.
proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Damn it. Okay, I know. You said something about Kate not having any issues.
Aha.
Yes.
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Oh, really?
And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
Interesting admission that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
Where?
Aha.
Yes.
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than
Hey,
you'd
Boomer,
think.
how you doing?
She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
All right.
10 o'clock, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
Ken, oh, how far along am I? I'm 63% there. So I can either play for another 45 minutes and end it all tomorrow. What do you guys think? First, let's save it. Alright. Wonder who's in the pub.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
Oh dear.
Well, if you do.
Problems?
Hello, Inspector. See you later.
Oh, those are some ugly shoes. I mean, I know they're Uggs, but my god.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
What the hell? What? What?
That's it for the time being, thank you.
What? What did Ryan take from that cupboard? I don't know. How do I check? That's a lot of pills.
Well, isn't that interesting?
So this entire set is just for that?
A few more questions, please.
How are you doing, Boomer? Are you still here? Are you going to be playing soon? Because if you are, I'll throw over to you, because I'm... As much as I want to get on with this, I'm also feeling it in my back.
The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
prescriptions made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
um...
Aha.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
For me, my back hurts. I've been getting over having ear infections in both ears. So this is insanely loud to me, even now, and it's barely audible, but it still hurts my ears. So I'm feeling it. I'm kind of wanting to call it for tonight. She told me about that? Yeah. No, but it is what it is, you know? It's certainly a lot better than it was last week. Oh, I'm sure I will. It just takes time. Anytime there's any illness, it always takes time to get over it. Could that go with... No, okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
It is so weird that every once in a while the audio will catch itself in a loop and just have a click, click, click sound. Alright. So many people to chat it up with. So, let's see, who is playing stuff? Babs is still on. Turbinator, the Hound. Well, he could use some love. Co-magic. If I throw it over to anybody, I think I would want to send it over to the Hound. Because it's been a while. And he always plays great stuff. He always does a good game. Nope, go away. What do you think? Should we try to interview a few more people, or should I just go ahead and say, oh, it's time for me to go lay down? Because I'm heavily inclined to say, oh, it's time for me to go lay down. Boomer, Decaf Smurf, and Babs. Well, I also want to see how Babs is doing on Final Fantasy IX, because I haven't got to see all of that one yet. I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow from 3 o'clock till roughly 5 o'clock. Oh, Babs! I was just saying I might be raiding you! Well, fine. I guess that means I'm going to keep on for another 30 minutes or so. You too, Boomer. I know I'm just going to be sitting here for another 30 minutes. Well, who do we need to talk to? We need to talk to... Well, they wouldn't know about that. Let's just go ahead and go over to the lodge. Ugh. I was just saying, man, I want to go over there and see how your game is doing. I was thinking I might be calling it a night because my back is killing me now. I didn't take any painkillers myself before I started because I just forgot. But if you're raiding, then I'm gonna tough it out for at least another 20 minutes. But I'm also kind of afraid to, because I know that this last 30% or so is gonna go fast, and I don't wanna cut it off at a bad point. And right now we're at a good ending point. We have just enough to tickle things along. I don't know. Also, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And now that I'm actually looking, I need to move this up a bit. There. That should be better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send it over to Turbinator. But I will be back tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we will probably finish this. And we will know for certain who killed Kate Vine. And why. And how. We already know where. But thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you Babs for raiding and hanging out with me all day. And Daryl, even though I know you're not quite here anymore, thank you for raiding as well. Boomer, thanks for stopping in. I forgot who else. Pigpen stopped in for a little bit, so thanks Pigpen. Let's see. Daryl, prior just as I'm sending it. Bye guys, have a great day.